What's going on, guys? It's the Forex Prince James back at it with another video. Today's video is going to be a really interesting video because I'm going to be teaching you about price action, alright? Naked chart, solely on what you're supposed to do, how to mark up your chart starting now. But before we get into the video, quick disclaimer. Past profits won't make future profits. And me make you into a millionaire won't happen. Me make you into a wealthy person can happen if you come in here and put in your work ethic. If you put in 200%, you're going to get 200% back. All right? So don't blame everyone else for your failures. Take accountability and responsibility and own it. And let's get this bag together. All right? If you're new to this channel or returning to this channel, whether it be, give this video a like. If you new, need help with Forex, give this video a subscribe and make sure you check that bell notification so you don't miss no more content like this. All right. With further ado, let's get right into the video. See, I'm on my favorite pair, Euro USD. You see, I'm on a monthly chart because I want to show you what it is to trade these pairs, but you can't come in here blindly, man, because you're gonna kill yourself. Okay, so you have to come in onto the monthly and you have to start marking your charts up. All right, first things first is find out what type of trend you in. All right, how you gonna trade if you don't know what type of trend you in? Like if you come in here and you trade these days to weeks, weeks to months, then you need to know what type of trend you're in. All right, also, if you even trade less than 4 hour, you still need to know what type of trend you in. All right. If you don't know what trend you in, then how is the market gonna be your friend? If you get me, give this video a like. Down in the comment section below, if you return it, come on, give yourself a shout out because you came a long way. You came from what? No subscribers, no views, to almost 100 and something subscribers, to hundreds of views. Let's get it. Let's get the bag. All right, so we're gonna start off with the Euro USD, and we're looking at the monthly chart. All right, you can see my touches on the screen. I want you to see. All right, give me a minute. Everything in this area, general area. All right, give me a minute. I want you to see everything in this general area is considered a zone. This is an upward zone. This is the downward zone. All right, this is the upward zone. This is the downward zone. All right. So with that being said, we're in the downward zone. So we're going to zoom into the downward zone and we're going to get an understanding of what price is doing. Price is at a resistance. I think price is going to come back down soon, but we also have a trend line here on the monthly. All right. You can see that the trend line has been respected. I know you're looking at those lines, the red, green, and yellow, and those two boxes, like what the fudge is going on with his screen. You said naked, and I'm gonna show you why I got everything on here, but I can't show you step by step by step because I'm trying to keep these videos short. So continuing, you draw your trend line, which is this green line here. All right, I draw the trend line and I tried to get as many touches as I possibly could. You can see I only got one touch, but when you drop down into a lower time frame, let me back out. So I want you to see. We're going to drop out into a lower time frame. We're going to come down to the weekly. All right. We're going to zoom in. You see that them touches on that trend line was crazy. Just take a moment to respect trend lines, all right? Because they help us in so many ways. People don't even think about it. So I put the trend line on my chart, and now I can clearly see that I am in an upward trending motion, all right? Price may break this trend line soon, and that is what I'm waiting for, all right? Because we have already created our 3-touch no-fly zone, all right? 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, no fly. We're not continuing to buy when trend is starting to choke. You see all this is choking, all right? So let's drop down to the daily because I want you to see what it looked like as I drop down further and further and further and further and further and further into these zones. You can clearly see that this right here is a downward zone, and this right here is an upward zone. All right, we're trading from downward zone to upward zone. That's what these boxes show. All right, it's downward zone, upward zone. You put a box around the downward zone, and you put a box around the upward zone. We want to get enough in your chart so you can predict future movements from here. All right, once you mark your zones, all right, it's trend line, then it's what zone you in. We are in the upward zone, so we come down to the 4-hour. And now we're going to look at these zones. All right, give these zones a quick glance. You can clearly see, let's go ahead and big this screen up. All right, you can clearly see that price came in this zone, couldn't break out, came back down to test the bottom of this zone, couldn't break out. You get entries, right? This is your entries. This is your entries. This is how you would re-enter back on this trend line. Price came up, you would have waited for it to break this zone, couldn't, came back, retested. Soon as it retested and bounced off this zone, you put in your buys. Start getting in. You get out somewhere about middle of this box, recent resistance, and then you come back down. Let it test again. Let it test again. Then you retest it and you put your trades in. And you ride up, all right? When you exit is when it either exits this zone, which you put a stop loss in and you don't have to exit, or you ride it up and you put stop, take profit levels further up here and you get out. Get out your trade. Enter. To enter a sell trade, it has to come in and bounce out this zone somehow, which I'm only waiting for sell trades to bounce off this top line up here. Bounced, came down, came down, came down, bounced, came down, came down, came down. All right, but we clearly see we're in the upward zone, right? So now that we know that we're in the upward zone, we're going to continue to come down in time frames. All right, come down to a lower time frame, which is the 1 hour. Give me 1 second. All right, but I want you guys to tap down here twice and then tap over here twice, and that's what it'll do to your fixtures. Give me like 20 seconds. All right, we're back. So yeah, you can see that these lines that I have here are basically set up like the RSI. I set them up that way to be oversold, overbought, and range levels, so you can see price action for what it is. All right, I don't need any of this on the screen. If I take all this off, I know what it looks like. All right, I visually put these levels here, so I know what I'm doing. But I put these levels here in this video today so you can see the market how I see the market. All right, clearly you can see. Let me get that off the screen. Price came. Give me a minute. I want to try to zoom a little more. Can't. Cool. All right. Price came up here. It was in overbought territory. Recorrected itself. Came back to range. Tested this resistance again. Came back. Tested range. Then came down to this support. Came up. Touched the range. Touched the range. Came back down to touch this support. And then you can clearly see with the market after it came back down, tested this support, came back up, tested range, tested resistance, tested range, overbought, and now it's coming back into range zone. So we're either looking for a short sell or we're looking for a position to get us right back into this buy. You can see the trend line here. All right, trend line is in the red zone, resistance, meaning a lot of price drops is going to be in here happening. All right, all over the place. So like I said, with that being said, you come in here and you drop down to one more time frame just so you can get a clear grasp of things. You come down. I go no lower than the 15 minutes. I trade no lower than the 15 minutes. The signals and my free chat will be sent from the 1 hour, and entries on my behalf will be entered on the 15-minute chart. So if I send you a signal, it's because I entered. If I didn't send you a signal, I didn't enter. The bot just sending things. Not saying my bot isn't accurate, but you know, if you wanted to, you could trade just by my bot and not listen to me. But to each his own. Back to the video. We're going to zoom all this in. 20 more seconds. Take a gag. All right, we're back. So like I said, came in here, touched it, did resistance, came back down, played with the range, broke through range, came through the resistance, came back up, tested range, resistance, range, resistance. You see it. All this is happening. We're trading zone to zone. I'm trying to find a sell to come from this zone to this zone. It might not happen that way. It might come in here and grab a little pips or scale in. You know, it is what it is. That's how you zone to zone trade. All right. You can't zone to zone trade from lower time frames. You don't see zone. You see range. This entire zone that you're looking, that you see me in, is not. Sorry. Trying to get everything off the chart. There we go. This zone that we're in is range. All right. A bunch of these candles make up a few candles. All right. You don't want you guys to come here and try to trading zone to zone or lower time frames, because it just don't happen. You could do this same way, same thing I'm doing, same way on lower time frames. It's just your move isn't as accurate now because you dumbed down to a lower time frame to try to predict the future. If you want to predict the future in these markets, you need to come from the higher time frames. I know that the Euro USD is in a buying motion, right? So if I'm taking a sell trade, it's a scalp. If I'm taking a buy trade, it's a hold, and I'm just moving my stop loss because it's in a buying motion and it's always respectfully respecting the trend line. Look at it. The trend line's right here. Price respected it. It shot right off the trend line and took off. And took off. You'd have came in here, you'd have set a trend line closer to that, and you'd have been like, oh, it just keep bouncing off. It's no. You can get no second touch on the trend line. If we look at it from higher time frame, you would have got 3 touches on the trend line, but it's only 1. All right, so like I said, 15-minute chart. This is what it looks like. So let me turn everything back on and show you what I'm waiting for. So 20 seconds. All right, so yeah, I had to tweak everything and get my settings right so you can see what we're doing. All right, price came in. You see is at that red line. As I zoom out, you see more buy and sell opportunities come in. All right, and you can see them. You can see them. All right, just right there is a good buy move. So we're gonna come in here. Come in here. Come on. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Okay, I'm trying to, okay. Unlock, because that's not what I want. Cool. We have to zoom out. Good to go. All right. However, can I get this to do what I want it to do? Here a minute. Here a minute. Boom. 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 Okay. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. All right. So you see that this is a buying motion. The sells that come up, you can either move your stop loss there, or you can close trade. Another buy. Stop loss. Take profit, whatever you choose. Take another trade. Come back out with long sell into the buy. This is very accurate when you're watching it. Very accurate when you're watching it. When you're watching this happen, you got your moves. All right? You got your moves. So like I said, we're in the zone. We're considered overbought. We were in this position. We were waiting for a sell. Sell happened here and it fell. It's come back at this line, retested this line, so it's a possibility that it might continue to go up in the upward trend, or it might continue to come back down and sell. You see price choked here. Price choked, so it might come back through and bust through. All right. That's all. That's pretty much it, you guys. Price action, naked chart, starting from the monthly trend line. Then you find what zones you in, upper or lower. Then you go from upper or lower, and you actually draw your RSI in somewhere around on the 1 hour chart. You draw your RSI in, or was that the 4 hour? I'm sorry. Let's see. I think it was the 4 hour. Yep. You draw your RSI on the 4 hour, so you know what you're looking at, and you can clearly see the moves being made here on the 4 hour. We put our entries in on the 15, or we put our entries in on the 1 hour, and we watch the 4 hour happen. All right. So that way you can just sit on your hands and hold your trades. All right. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. If you guys need any more help with price action, I can pass you my mentor who I learned from, which is the guy from the trading channel. He solely uses price action. I have yet to see him use any indicators outside of a moving, outside of a, not the or many, outside of a moving average. I've never seen the guy use anything. The guy on the trading channel is the guy that taught me my visual price action skills, and I can clearly see the chart naked without any of this. So if you're interested in that, I guess I can link his channel down in my description somewhere, and you guys can just go check him out. If this video wasn't fine-tuned enough, which I know it probably wasn't, but it's cool. Watch it a couple times like I always watch my videos a couple times, and then boom, we go from there. With that being said, I hope you really got something from this video, because a lot of people don't want to use indicators. They feel as though the indicators don't tell them things, and I'll show you my indicators. Rectangle, I want to let's start getting rid of these rectangles. Actually, nope, I'll keep the rectangles. I want you to see something. I want you to see something. Watch this. Watch this. Rectangle, rectangle. Keep giving me rectangle. It's not gonna give it to me. Give me the rectangle visibility. Oh man. Alright, we're not worried about none of this. Alright. I'm going to drop that down. I'm going to see where it gaps in. Gap. Boom. Here we go. Now you can clearly see what is going on. Cool. You see price came down here, right? And it bought because it was too low. I have the RSI and my stochastic from the last video. Price came down here. I would have bought and I would have held my trade all the way until RSI did what it did. You see it was here and it just raised, buddy. Just raised. Got a sell indication here. Could have sold off for a short sell. You could have just held. All right. Price didn't close. It didn't close below the 50 line on the RSI, so that's considered an uptrend. Price also didn't come back out of oversold on the stochastic, so that's considered an uptrend. So from here to here, it was one trade on the 4 hour, and it was crazy pips, crazy pips. So like I said, people who just don't want to trade indicators, you can see my indicators are set up to show me what it's supposed to show me. This strategy does not have a full tutorial because it is still being tweaked to the highest capacity possible. I tried to make my videos short. It just doesn't happen that way, guys. So with that being said, for better or worse, like, subscribe, check the bell notification, and let's get this bag, man. If you got something from this video, pass this video to a friend. If you need help with Forex, you just don't get it, or you need a course or something, my course right now is on sale for $20, the full course. You could check out the Fiverr link and hit me up, and let's go ahead. Maybe you want to build you your own Magic Genie package. For those who know what the Magic Genie package is, we can go ahead and give you the full course, an alert system, and 2 strategies for $50, and go from there. Like I said, guys, let's get this bag together. You guys need any more information, feel free down in the comment section to ask your questions. Looking forward to them. You guys continue practicing safe distance, continue doing your do. I know I talk a lot on my videos, but you know, I want you guys to get it. I want you guys to get it. All right, I want you guys to get it. Not because I just want you guys to just no, get it. It's time to understand, trust, and wait. For better or worse, guys, let's get this bag together.